everybody. How's everybody doing on this fine Thursday evening? I hope everybody's having a good night. I had a fantastic day watching our Philadelphia Eagles and their parade today, which was so awesome to watch. I snuck that in at work on my computer, watching the parade, which was awesome. But even with that awesomeness that was happening today in Philadelphia, which I'm so proud of the Eagles for making it to the Super Bowl champs, I had a very, very frustrating day at work. So what better thing to do than do a little bit of chalking? For me, this is so super relaxing, and I just wanted to come in and share my next project with you all. I'm going to be using the You're the Sweetest transfer. And hello, Eileen. And I'm just going to say hello in case I don't see you because my phone is on a mount where it's kind of behind me. It's not the best mount that I have, but hopefully soon I will be having the better mount so you guys can see from overhead. But I have the chalk paste that I'm going to use, and I just love these colors. This is Canary, Azure, and Bubblegum, and I think that they're going to look pretty cool on this project. This is a wood, a pretty thick piece of wood, actually. I don't know if you can see this. Let me pull it over so you can kind of see. It's pretty thick, and I actually just painted it white. It was just regular old, like a light wood color, and painted it white, and I actually did put wax on it just because when I do projects on wood, I do like to wax them. For me, it makes the finish feel a lot smoother on here, and also I can erase the project that I'm doing if I wanted to and do it again. And by erasing it, I mean just taking water to the chalk paste, and that just actually will erase the project from the medium that you're using. In this case, I'm using wood, but if you're using a chalkboard or glass, the chalk paste is, it's not permanent. It is chalk paste, goes on wet, dries hard, and you can love your design for a little bit, and then simply wash it off of whatever medium you happen to be using, and then make another design. However, fantastic news is that we just launched permanent chalk paint, which you can use on fabric, clothes, many, many different mediums, and it will be permanent. Now, I can use chalk paste and make it permanent if I choose to, and especially like on surfaces like wood. I would never do that on a chalkboard personally, but for wood, if I love this design and I never ever ever want it to go away, I can seal this with like a Krylon spray sealer, and then that would make it permanent using the chalk paste. But now that we have the chalk paint, I'm so excited. I can't wait. I just ordered some, and I'll be showing you guys some fun projects when that order comes in, and showing you how you can use the chalk paint to make permanent projects, and then you don't even have to worry about getting sealer. You can just use the paint. So I have brand new Canary, so I am going to stir this up. It is a little bit, because it is my first time stirring it. I just have to work it in a little bit here. We're looking for the consistency of yogurt. And from what I understand, which is fantastic, all the major announcements and improvements and things that their Couture is doing, we're just like, it's just amazing how much this company has taken off since July when we launched. They have so many more amazing transfers and chalk pastes and now chalk paint. Different surfaces. They're actually selling pillows now, so you can make your own permanent pillows using the chalk paste paint. So additionally, one of the things that I just learned about is that they really have revamped a lot of their instructions so that I don't need to keep repeating it in my videos all the time. So when you place an order, The instructions on the back of the transfers are going to be super clear and super easy for you to just pick this up and just go to town on your own projects. Additionally, which is something for us designers, which I absolutely love, is that now they're going to have seals across their chalk paint and paste that will rip off, so the color will stay on there, which is great, because they had these little stickers on here before that that didn't perforate across here, so you kind of couldn't remember what color you were using. But now they've rectified that. So it is a learning process, because it is a brand new company, and they are constantly making amazing, amazing updates. So that's fantastic news. So I am just taking my plastic lid off. This is the lid that we use just to make sure that our chalk paste stays dry. I'm just taking the lid off and just getting all of my chalk paste in working order so that I can just go ahead and speed right through this process. This azure is fabulous. Look at that color. Oh, I love that color. This is by far my favorite color. And then we have bubblegum, which is also awesome. These colors just kind of scream spring and like bakery kind of feel to me. So, so that's why I chose them. Let's get our little stir in here and stir up our bubblegum. And that was pretty easy because I actually have already used this paste already, so that one was pretty good to go. Typically, after you open up the jar and you use it, you really shouldn't have to keep stirring it up, but this one seems to me to be just a little stiff, I would say. So what we do is we take our water bottle and we just add a drop or two of water in here. If my water would come out. There we go. So we just add a little bit of water, and that will give us the nice consistency that I'm looking for of that chalk paste. Chalk paste, that's not what I'm trying to say. Give us the consistency of yogurt. That's what we're looking for. So I'm just giving that another good stir, because that was the first time I opened that one. So just to recap, as always, when you have a brand new transfer, you want to make sure you label the back of it so you know which is the back and which is the front, because our transfers are reusable. And we want to make sure that we are getting as many projects out of our transfers as we can. And here's another great tip that my sister-in-law Jess, who happens to be my upline, told me about, which I'm learning to have patience and do this, is to pull your carrier sheet from your transfer instead of the other way around. That avoids it sticking, because these are sticky transfers, and if they do stick, you know, it's not the end of the world. Just get it right into your pan of water. But if you can avoid it sticking, that's also always a plus. So I'm just going to put my transfer down onto my medium, which is my wood, and just making sure I'm not feeling any bubbles in my surface area on my silkscreen part. And then I'm going to use one of my smaller size squeegees. These actually come in a different couple sizes. So we have our large angled squeegee. Then we also have, these are our small squeegees, which I cut in half. This one I cut in half a little goofy, so it's a little bit bigger, which for me, I like using this size on, you know, a bigger surface. So we basically just load up our squeegee with chalk paste, and I'm going to hold this transfer down. I'm going to slide you guys over here a little bit. I'm going to hold my transfer just because it is on wood. I want to make sure it doesn't slip at all on me. But it does have a pretty good adhesion on there, so that should be not a problem. It shouldn't slip, but just in case, I just want to make sure I've got a good hold on there. So as you can see, I am literally just pulling the chalk paste right down and across my surface. Just the silkscreen area. You don't need to worry about the teal section of the transfer, because we don't want to waste any of our chalk paste. We just want to cover only the areas that we really, really need to cover. So again, a little bit of our chalk paste does go a long way, and when you apply a little pressure for your second go round, making sure that you're getting all of your lines out of there, you're also picking up any of the extra chalk paste, and you can put that right back into your jar. So that way you get many projects out of it. Almost done the first part. How easy was that? it's not that hard to get used to the squeegees. It just is a little bit of a learning curve at first, just to know how much pressure to put on. So once you get it, it's the easiest thing in the world. Once you get the hang of it, it's really not that hard. Just takes a little bit of practice at first, but you do not need to be a crafty person to do this at all, because I certainly am not a crafty person. Once we have our chalk paste covering all of our silkscreen, you do want to work, I see a spot here that I missed, so I just want to grab a little bit more. I missed a little tiny spot right there. You do want to work pretty quickly because you do not want your chalk paste to dry on your transfer. So I'm going to pull this back to reveal. Oh, that looks beautiful on the white. That came out so beautiful. I apologize, my lighting in this room is not the best. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the transfer, and I have a pan of water just off to the side. So I have that big transfer that I just pulled off soaking in the water. And then when we are done, I will clean that, get all the chalk off of it, and then my last step will be to run a Clorox wipe over it just to bring the stickiness back to the back of the transfer. And then I can put it right back on my carrier sheet. So I'm going to slide, because my camera does not capture all this, I'm going to slide you guys down here a little bit. So you can see I'm putting my cake holder, which is so pretty, right here on the bottom. And I think I'm going to do that in the bubblegum pink, and I'm going to make this a lemon cake, because look how awesome. Oops, I just have to sneak this out from under the camera. The cake topper, I think that's going to be so pretty in lemon. So let's go ahead and do our bottom base in pink, which would be so cute. I just love these colors together too. I think they just go so well together. So again, just taking the chalk paste, going over our base, and covering our silkscreen, and that's pretty much it. So once you actually dive into Chalk Couture, there's so many different things you can do. There's so many different techniques that you can do, blending of colors, you can do ombre effect. There's just a wide range of different things that you can do to create your own one-of-a-kind pieces using the transfers. The other great thing is you can mix and match your transfers. So, you know, if I wanted to put a couple hearts in here from the pull-apart heart transfer, I could do that. I just take that out of that packaging and just mix and match my different transfers. So you can create your own one-of-a-kind pieces. You're not just stuck, you know, having to use what's in the one package. You can mix and match, which is super fun. So that is the base. How awesome is that? And what I just realized is that I don't have my hairdryer down here to speed that drying process up. So what I'm going to do in the meanwhile, while I have a captive audience, is going to remove that to the side for a hot second. And I am going to show you guys this. How amazing is this? This is Chalk Couture's brand new catalog. It is our Spring Summer 2018 catalog, and we actually had a pre-launch, or our first launch I should say, that happened the other day, and we are going to have a second launch happening on the 16th. But can you see how amazing this catalog is? There it is, filled with so many new transfers. And can I just tell you, these are the colors of the different chalk paint, the permanent chalk paint that we're going to have available. Some of which are available now, I believe. I'm not actually sure now that I say that, if all of them are available or some of them. I think all of them actually are available now. And then these are our regular chalk pastes, which we have, I want to say 39 or 31 or 39 of those. But I love how in the catalog, if you can see this, the different mediums that you can use. It also gives you the size of the transfers, the price, and what you can pair it with. So in other words, you can use this welcome transfer. It pairs well with our 12 by 18 chalkboard, and it also works excellent on our lumbar pillows, which are these guys. Look how amazing they are. Super cute. All the new transfers that we have. and how you can do your chalk paint and make your own kitchen towels. How fun is that? Look, an apron. You can make your own apron. You can label your jars for your kitchen. You can make your own little bakery sign. So much fun stuff. Oh my gosh, look at this. Mr. and Mrs. Pillows. How great is that for a wedding gift? That is amazing. Love it. Love it. Love it. Here's another pillow. Just so much fantastic chalk goodiness in our brand new transfer. Here's the t-shirts. How cute is that? If you know someone that's going to be having kiddos, this is perfect for that. You can even use the milestones, which I think is in here. The milestones transfer, which, here we go, which is all the rage right now. Putting the baby's month and taking cute little pictures of your babies as they're growing. How adorable. So that's just kind of a sampling of the different projects that are available. Not projects, sorry, transfers that are available. And I love how they're showing you the finished projects that you can do with the different transfers. Just gives you some ideas. Fantastic different things that we have now for makeup and for lips, which is great for like Avon and Lip Sense and all those different things. This is one of my favorites. She believed, so she did. She believed she could, so she did. It's so pretty. Anyway, I think that I have given you a quick little glimpse into our amazing new catalog. And hopefully by now, I'm going to just put that to the side. Hopefully by now our chalk paste is dry. Let's see. The reason that I was doing that and stalling for some time was because I wanted to make sure that this is nice and dry, because the top to my cake is going to touch it just ever so slightly. It is still a little bit wet, but I'm going to do my best just to not put my top transfer too hard over top of that. So I'm just going to just gently, and I love this with the cake. I don't know if you can see this. It's got the little ridges in here, and they match up perfectly to the ridges on the cake, so there's no guesswork. It just lines up perfectly. That is genius in my book. So there's no guesswork there. You're just kind of laying it, matching it, and voila. So I'm just not pressing very hard right here, because that is where the pink is underneath of that transfer, and I just don't want to accidentally pull that up by having the sticky side of the transfer touch it. So let's take a little bit of our, and I was talking so much that I need to stir my yellow again, my canary again. I just want to make sure that this is a really good consistency, because I don't want it to be too thick, because then it's not going to stay down real good onto my surface. Especially with wood, I really want to make sure it has the right consistency before I go. But again, like I said, it's not a big deal. If for any reason you have a little boo-boo, which I always have boo-boos, it's easy enough to fix with just a little bit of water and a paper towel, and you can wipe it right off. So I'm getting a little bit of yellow. I keep saying yellow, I mean canary, onto my squeegee. I just don't want to put too much because I don't need too much. And then I'm just going to cover my silkscreen transfer again. Easy peasy. So simple. Now, I have seen it where designers have done the ombre effect on their cake, which looks amazing. But since I'm doing a live, I like to kind of be quick, so I'm not taking up too much of your time. For doing techniques like that, I have done a couple lives on them, so you can see the ombre effect and how that works. But for tonight's purposes, I'm just showing a quick, easy, fun project. So again, once we have our chalk paste on here, and we are just about done. And then I can go back, and I may actually probably go back and add a couple more little details to the side of the board, since it is a pretty big board, and I do definitely have a pretty good amount of space on the side there. Just making sure that all my lines are out, got all my excess off, putting that back into my jar. And let's just make sure that didn't stick to my pink. It didn't. Look how good that came out. I love that color combination. Just going to slide this up so you guys can see and hopefully get out of the light here. That is our You're the Sweetest project. I hope you guys liked it. Thanks so much for watching. And I love that it shows, yes, Eileen, I love that they show different ideas on all the different transfers, because it gives you an idea of what it's going to look like, because it is kind of tough when you're just seeing, you know, if you're just seeing pieces of a transfer. It's always nice to see some finished ideas, like, you know, just to see like who needs luck when you've got this much charm. Like, it's nice to see a finished picture of that so that you can get an idea of, you know, what you want to do for your project, which I love that they are doing that. They actually have that, the projects available on the website now too. So once you click on a transfer, it will give you all that detailed information, the size, what it pairs well with, and a picture of some finished pieces. So I think that is fantastic. I love how this company takes ideas from their designers. We are all independent designers with the company when we join, and they really do listen to our ideas. And I know that some of these new things that they've started have actually come about because of designer recommendations, which is fantastic. I love a company that listens to people that work with them. So I think that's it. I think we're good. I feel a little more relaxed. I love this super cute project. I think I may add some hearts. I actually do have some really cute little candlesticks that I may put in there as well. We also, with the You're the Sweetest, we have adorable little cupcakes. So I may decide to put a little cupcakes around the bottom, but just wanted to give you the basic idea how quick and easy and simple, really, it is to work with Chalk Couture. I mean, I can't say enough about it. You guys have seen my previous videos. You know that you can make some awesome home decor pieces for yourself and also for gifts for your family and friends and loved ones. So have a fantastic evening, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.